Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Thanks to everybody who used hashtag Bears in the comments section on our recent community post. That is where we pulled today's mailbag questions from. If you did not get on today's mailbag, submit your new questions in the comment section of today's video by using hashtag Bears and then asking away. All right, let's go ahead and start with Brandon Hoyt using hashtag Bears. Should we consider releasing Charles Leno in the offseason? I definitely think the answer is yes. Now, look, is Leno the worst left tackle in the NFL? No, he's not as bad as we all like to say. The problem is he makes over $11 million per year, and he's a below-average starting left tackle. Way too much money for what he provides. The Bears can save over $6 million if they do decide to release Charles Leno, and I think that's a no-brainer because the Bears don't have a ton of cap space to work with this offseason, and Charles Leno is not a player that needs to be making over $11 million. Now, if they want to restructure him, maybe get him down to $6 or $7 million and keep him, okay, you can maybe talk me into that, but I'd rather just cut him, draft a guy, or go sign someone else and go in a new direction because I've seen enough of Charles Leno at left tackle for the Chicago Bears. So I'll ask you guys, what should the Bears do with Charles Leno? Should they cut him? If you think they should, type C for cut. If you're like, nah, man, let's keep him. Type K for keep. I have a pretty good idea of where the answers are going to be on this one. But let me know, C for cut him or K for keep him. Get your votes down in the comments section. And while you were doing that, subscribe to Chicago Bears Now. We got the latest Bears news, rumors. We do weekly mailbags like this and a whole lot more. I want to do more draft coverage, but we need more subscribers to justify doing it. So hit that big red button and subscribe today. It's 100% free. There's literally no risk of doing so. So why not subscribe to Chicago Bears Now? All right, Cam IGL, a strong supporter of the show using hashtag Bears. Do you believe the rumor surrounding Matt Nagy being on the hot seat? Apparently, if the Bears ownership is pretty unhappy, supposedly ownership wants Nagy out after this season if it doesn't turn around. I've heard that. I've seen that floating around a little bit, that maybe he and the McCaskies got into a little bit of an argument or something. I'm not sure how much validity there is to that. Even if there is, look, he's definitely creeping toward the hot seat after 4 straight losses. I think the hot seat is much warmer for Ryan Pace than it is for Matt Nagy. But look, the Bears can't, if they go 6-10 or something, they might just blow the whole thing up. So he definitely has to win some games here. I don't think he's to the point where the Bears are going to fire him no matter what. I definitely don't believe that. But Matt Nagy this team needs to play better down the stretch for him to feel comfortable about returning in 2021. I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. Will Matt Nagy return next season? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Next up is Ramon Carrera, hashtag Bears. Would you trade future first-round picks to get the number 1 pick, looking like we need to do something for the quarterback spot? Yeah, the Bears need to do something at quarterback. That's not conjecture. That's just a fact. They need a quarterback for the future, and they don't have that on their roster in Nick Foles, Mitchell Trubisky, and Tyler Bray. Sorry, Bray Hive. He's not the answer. The problem is getting all the way up to number 1. It's going to be tough. Entering Week 11, the Bears were projected to have the number 16 pick based on standings. Look, if you're picking, or let's just say they're picking somewhere between 13 and 17, you're going to have to trade a lot, man. You're going to have to trade your first this year, probably 2 or 3, maybe even 4 more first-round picks because Trevor Lawrence is that highly thought of in NFL circles. I mean, 4 first-round picks to get to number 1. If I knew Trevor Lawrence was going to be a 15-year pro and a fringe Hall of Famer, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Like that's worth 5 first-round picks. But there's no guarantee. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. How many first-round picks would you trade in order to get the number 1 overall pick? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments section. How many first-round picks would you trade to get all the way up to number 1? I mean, I could do 3, I think. I could do 2 and 1 more. I don't think I could do 4, though, man. That is quite a bit of first-round picks. So, man, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Now get going with Bet Rivers at chatsports.com/betil or chatsports.com/betin. You can make some money betting on NFL games, NBA games, whatever it is. you're in the state of Illinois, go to chatsports.com/betil. If you're in the state of Indiana, go to chatsports.com/betin. That way you can go and make some money on sports betting. They'll match you up to 100% deposit bonus. Chatsports.com/betin. Chatsports.com/betil. Depending on where you are watching from or where you live in the United States, you can sign up and bet from anywhere, but to place a bet, you must be in Indiana or in Illinois. All right, Caden Miranda's next up here. Hashtag Bears. Should we pick up a quarterback in free agency, draft one, or should we keep Tyler Bray, Mitchell Trubisky, and Nick Foles? My prediction is that Nick Foles will still be on this roster, and the Bears will draft a quarterback. That's what I think is most likely. Now, if you can get someone like Dak Prescott, I think you should at least consider that for the Bears, but the Cowboys are going to bring him back, and they should because he's a really good quarterback. I'm not interested in the other free agent guys, Cam Newton, Phillip Rivers, Jameis Winston. I'm not that interested in those guys. I would rather keep Foles as like a vet guy. Maybe he starts the first couple of games next year and draft a quarterback, whether that be a Kyle Trask, a Mac Jones, maybe Zach Wilson or Trey Lance. If you're able to get one of those guys, groom them for a little bit, and then once they're ready to go, that's your starting quarterback. That is what I would rather do, but we're just going to have to wait and see what the Chicago Bears decide to do when it's all said and done. But yeah, Caden, I don't think keeping Foles and Trubisky will be the scenario. I think they will go in some sort of a new direction, but probably Foles will also still be on the roster. Ghost, you think we go after Garett, Bolles, or Trent Williams this offseason? Look, Trent Williams not playing great for the Niners this year, but he would be an upgrade for sure if you can get him at a good price. I'm interested. Garett Bolles, same deal. I would sign him if the price is right. You got to upgrade an offensive line, whether it's through the draft or whether it's in free agency or via trade. You got to do something. Those are two names that are available. So I would definitely show some interest in those two guys if I were the Chicago Bears. We'll have to wait and see. Draft is probably a more likely scenario, but I think that free agency could be an option as well. What is your number one offseason wish? Whether it doesn't even have to be about a player. It can be like, hey, I want to fire Matt Nagy. There you go. I want to fire Ryan Pace. I want to go promote Chuck Pagano. Whatever it is. I want to sign X player. I want to draft X player. Let me know. What is your number one offseason wish for the Chicago Bears this offseason? Go ahead and let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. And we have face masks available at chatsports.com/Bears masks. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but there are a lot of active COVID cases out there. So stay safe and rep the Bears at chatsports.com/Bears masks. We have these solo packs all the way up to 2 packs. Oh yeah, 3 packs. Oh, it doesn't stop there. We have other 3 packs and 4 packs as well at chatsports.com/Bears masks. Stay safe, be smart, wear a face mask, and rep the Bears while doing it because these are some good-looking face coverings. So go ahead, pick one up today. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. It's chatsports.com/Bears masks. All right, Stephen Newberry gets the last word here. Should the Bears consider a coaching change to a college coach like a Jim Harbaugh, Urban Meyer, or Lincoln Riley? Number one, Urban Meyer, I think, is likely done. And if he does return, it'll be at the college level. I don't think the NFL will be a place that he's interested in. And quite frankly, I'm not that intrigued by Urban. Jim Harbaugh, man, things have kind of gone downhill at Michigan. I don't know. I don't know how interested I am in him at this point, if I'm being 100% honest. You guys know I'm in on Lincoln Riley. I would bring him on board. He would be probably my second person I'd call. Eric Bieniemy would be my number one guy, but I would definitely be interested in a guy like Lincoln Riley. I am definitely not opposed to hiring a college coach. I think we've reached the point where enough college coaches are proving they can do it. Cliff Kingsbury won 7 games in 5 games in Patrick Mahomes' 2 full seasons as a starter at Texas Tech. Now look at what he's doing with the Arizona Cardinals. His scheme works. That's the bottom line. So college coaches can do well at the NFL level. And I think the Bears, if they do move on from Matt Nagy, should show some interest in some of these offensive college coaches. Reminder, before we sign off, get subscribed to Chicago Bears Now. We're putting up videos almost every single day now, and you don't want to miss any of it. So subscribe and turn on notifications so you never, ever miss a video. Remember, get your questions in. #Bears in the comments. Ask away. We'll answer as many as we can on a future video. That's it for me. I'm Harrison Graham signing off here on Chicago Bears Now.